Last week, Cody Winicky defeated Cody Crosgrove to finally end the Canadians' reign at the top of the contenders field, while in supercars, the incredible battle of Francois Martel and Evan McFarland was simply jaw-dropping until the Californian rolled his car in the final corner. As we saw last night, calamity is possible around every corner and even on the straightaways here in Crandon on the full layout. What will happen in the woods of Wisconsin? We'll find out together tonight. The Endurance Cup concludes this evening as the inaugural running of the Wisconsin Grand Prix is next. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Crandon International Raceway. Opened in 1970, North American Simulated Auto Racing started visiting this circuit in 2020B. However, this is the first visit to the full layout. 1 mile in length with 8 turns, 3 to the right and 5 to the left. The lap begins with the left of turn 1, up a jump to turn 2. Very wide turn 3 next before the 180-degree hairpin of turn 4. Exiting this corner, full commitment is needed into turn 5 before we crest 6 and head back down the hill to turn 7, where we have seen plenty of action in the past. The jump between the final 2 corners has been the culprit of many incidents. Just ask Romain Rateau after his accident here in 2023A. After the jump, it's the flat, always narrowing turn 8 to complete a lap here in Wisconsin. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. Our field is split equally into 5-lap heat races. The top 2 transfer to the feature automatically as the winner gets 3 bonus points and the runner-up gets 2. The rest of our drivers are sent to the semifinal round, also 5 laps. The winners transfer into the feature and receive a bonus point. This sets the grid for our 10-lap feature race where the points are awarded and trophies are handed out. And you might have wondered where the Joker Lap comes into play. With the Area 52 Designs Endurance Cup concluding tonight, there are no jokers. The 29th season of the NASA Rallycross Challenge continues tonight live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Bryan, Sawyer on the production truck, and 2022A Sportsman Champion Justin Robichaud next to me in the commentary box, my name is Josh Mertz as we welcome you to the first running of the Wisconsin Grand Prix. The NASA Rallycross Challenge is brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Our coverage on ASN tonight also brought to you by NordVPN. For a nice 69% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free, visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Thirdly, our cameras for the entire season provided by TrackCams22.com. And finally, our intro music was produced by our very own Alex Abedi. Justin Robichaud, Winicky defeated Crosgrove, and Crosgrove, meanwhile, quietly locked up the sportsman title. It was Evan versus Francois, so will we see a rematch? And by the way, we might see pit stops in this race. How are you, and what are your thoughts on all of that?
You know I'm excited for pit stops. I really think Cody Winicky has a good chance here again tonight, Josh, to take it to Cody Crosgrove to maybe sling that title out. The endurance title, that is. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be an awesome battle nonetheless. There's some pretty surprising drivers up here near the top tonight, so I'm excited to see all of them unfold.
As we begin qualifying, it's a little bit unique here in Crandon. Time says 7.5 minutes. We aren't running all of that, but we learned the hard way yesterday that this first lap does not count. So we're going to have a warm-up lap and then a full speed lap. Words are hard already as I'm taking a look, and you talked about Cody Winicky. He's trying to make it 2 Endurance Cup wins in a row. He won last season in supercars. He's trying to win in contenders, and he had an issue on his first qualifying lap, or his first warm-up lap there, Justin. So I'm trying to find anyone on screen. So Winicky, I think, already has a warm-up. As everyone completing their laps, we're going to take a quick look at the championship coming into tonight's race. And we have the chance, as I should say, the points are getting closer to being locked up. Cody Crosgrove, 44 over Winicky. Cody Erdmann, Grove, Rakowski down the top 5. And Slapex has held the team's championship with authority. 217, 166 for Subaru and the Ford divisions. But what's interesting, Justin, is the Fords are not performing well here with the fixed setup. So it's going to be interesting to see, as we do have Robichaud, Darnell, Matty Grove, and Olivier Rateau are the four Fords in this field.
Yeah,
So we'll keep an eye on them. Crosgrove, really quick, 1:18.343, 2 seconds faster than Ed Boyles in the 38.
Oh, wow, that is a hefty time ahead. And actually, what I was gonna mention earlier, Josh, was those Fords around the paddock. They're being talked about as not very fun at all on this track. Very off balanced, very tight, hard to turn. So. Yeah,
Vinny Sawyer really quick, 1:20.417, a little bit faster than Boyles, but still behind Crosgrove. I'm trying to find Winicky. He's on his first lap now, so we'll just have to keep an eye on the man from Arizona.
Yeah,
the Fords, though, as I was rudely interrupting you, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but they are really stiff over the jumps.
Yeah, it's got to be the wheelbase. It's a very short, little, stubby, and small car. Very nimble and great on road surfaces. As Cody Winicky just deletes another lap here.
Winicky
into the wall.
Winicky, my timing starts to roll in 1:17.7. Unless did that lap count? I have no idea what's happening with my timing here.
Matthew Morris just 2 tenths off there in second place.
Matty Grove, 1:17.9. The timing is very broken, both internally and in Bryan's on his monitor. So we're trying to keep up. Winicky, Grove, Crosgrove, the top three, Justin. 1:17.7 for Winicky. 17.9 for Grove. We just talked about the Fords being trash, and he's in second.
Wow, that's a great lap time. Well, I wonder if he's maybe caught a groove here. I'm watching some of the Subarus, and there's a little bit of struggling going out right now. So I see Morris.
Matty Morris.
Yeah, he is. I see him in second as well. Yeah.
Now it lists Cody Winicky. I think well, Cody Winicky's listed twice on. I don't know what's happening. Welcome to NASA. Welcome to live streaming. It lists Cody Winicky twice on my monitor.
Oh,
so I'm not sure what's going on with that. So. Just trying to see once everyone finishes their run.
I see. Yeah, I see what you're doing now. No, my internal timing screen seems to be working okay. There's a big shuffle that just happened right now. Vinny Sawyer's back up to third place here. Takes out Brandon Lambert. Yeah, the rundown it's still changing. Wow, here we go. Some more times coming in now. Right now it's Cody Crosgrove in first, Matthew Morris in second, Vinny Sawyer's in third, Brandon Lambert in fourth, Jess Rakowski fifth, Ed Boyles in sixth, Matthew Grove in seventh, David Douthwaite in eighth, Jake Robichaud in ninth, Cody Erdmann in 10th, Olivia Rateau in 11th, and Joshua Darnell and Cody Winicky at the bottom here, Josh. They haven't set a lap time at all in here. And I'm watching Cody Winicky right now, and he's clipping the wall a lot, pushing super hard here.
If you want to handle this, I'm going to try and reset internally my timing because it's completely broken. Still listing Winicky at the top of the board.
I think he's got one more lap here, so he's coming around the final corner, and he's keeping it nice and tight. This is what he wants, so he might be on a good run here. He's going to push hard. He's got to set up for one more lap here. He doesn't get the run that he's been doing in the first couple laps, so he's going to suffer a bit here, but a good run down the back stretch.
1:17.2, P1.
Look at that.
Cody Winicky.
And by a healthy amount as well. By a good amount. It lists him
twice on my screen, which is confusing, but that puts Crosgrove then. We'll go off of, I'm going to go off of Bryan's that I can barely see. 17.7, I think. It is all broken, so we're just trying to figure it out as we go, and that lap's not going to count for Winicky.
It's showing fine for me, so I don't know, guys.
So we are waiting for Josh Darnell to finish his lap before we go forward to heat number 1 here this evening. 5 laps. Top 2 will transfer out, and it was fun to drive yesterday. If you guys didn't catch that on ASN On Demand, you can go back and take a look at the NASA Rallycross Lights race from yesterday. Very hectic here, very grippy dirt, and they redid the dirt on the surface a while ago. I can't exactly remember when, but there's a lot of ruts. It's so easy to get sucked into them in a lap and just kill your momentum, especially off the hairpin on the top of the picture there. And we proceed to heat number 1, where hopefully all of our timing is not broken, and I can tell you who is in what heat race. So, Cody Winicky, Vinny Sawyers, Ed Boyles, Jake Robichaud, and Josh Darnell is our order. So, luckily we've identified that we cannot trust our timing internally, and we just have to send it as we go. So welcome to NASA on ASN.
No. Boy. He's got buttons, he says, so we'll let Bryan click away, and oh, look at that. Beautiful.
So, if you'd like to join, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network. And if you'd like to join, NASASimRacing.com for any and all information. As we get ready for heat number 1, we're going to have a rolling start. No land rush here in Crandon this season on the basis of consistency. As many of you will know, we have struggled in the past, me personally. So I've taken the reins and I said, we're doing a rolling start. And it's been split down the middle, Justin. So, not sure what we're going to see tonight.
Well, we'll maybe we'll let the drivers vote on it again. But yeah, consistency, I think, is probably the key. We just want to keep it the same. And I think the format works if we move it over still. So I like to see this format go. I want to see how the pit's going to work in the long race. So excited to see how we're going to shake that out as we take the long drive down here, the dog leg, as they call it.
Pace truck's going to dive off into the pit lane, and we will maintain pace truck speed. Cody Winicki on pole position. Give him a seeding round win here this evening in Wisconsin. And alongside him, Vinny Sawyer. Then we have Ed Boyles, Jake Robichaud, and Josh Darnell. 5 laps, 2 cars transfer, and it has been a brawl at this track before on the short layout, but never the long layout here in Crandon. Heat number 1 getting ready to go. Green flag. Off the line, Winicki, great jump compared to Sawyer and Boyles. They were side by side for the moment through turn 1 up to turn 2. So many elevation changes. As Winicki rips the bank there, I should say. Boyles hit it as well into turn number 3 and down this long back straightaway, Justin. So bumpy, and you want to spot your braking point into this hairpin.
You absolutely do, and you almost have to send it in reverse entry in a way. You want to use all of the uphill banking to stop the car. You're basically using that to assist yourself in stopping. You can get yourself stopped real quick, dart off of it, and keeping momentum, very important here. You want to be very light on the throttle, but you also don't want to get too slowed down because you're just, there's a lot of horsepower underneath your feet that just wants to slip out from underneath you, especially in all this wet dirt here. All these drivers keeping it nice and tight.
Sweeping turn 6 over the jump and down to turn number 7, ripping the handbrake, utilizing those banks. 1 car off. It was Jake Robichaud in the 69. He's battling Josh Darnell in the 029. Over the line to end the first lap. Cody Winicki leads ahead of Vinny Sawyer, who according to timing is Cody Crossgrove. Ed Boyle sits in second, who is apparently Vinny Sawyer. Josh Darnell, who is apparently Olivier Rateau, and Jake Robichaud, who's apparently Josh Darnell, as we are working on some stuff internally here. But I can tell you that I do know that it is 3 3/4 seconds of a lead between Cody Winicki and Vinny Sawyer. This is going to be a battle for a transfer spot here, I believe, with Boyles and Sawyer.
It definitely is. It's getting real spicy back there, and that's Cody's just kind of driven off. He's on his own planet really at the moment, but there's lots to be had here. Both of these drivers.
What an entry into the wall is Darnell.
That was an amazing entry from Ed Boyles. Wow, just sent it in reverse. Got a nice little stop and go. Wanted to keep it tight on the inside. I don't think he wanted to slide into Vinny at all, which is the good move there.
And I'll tell you that this jump is terrifying if you don't hit it at the exact correct angle. And we've had plenty of people flip and have terrible incidents in the lights race. I'm trying not to giggle because it happened to Bryan. But 4 times, he said, and it happened to Tom Grady in front of me, and that's how I lucked into a podium last night. But Winicki leads as we come to lap number 3. Sawyer, Boyles, Robichaud, and Darnell still on track here. Let's ride on board Cody Winicki for a lap here in Crandon. As I think we're all back now, and I noticed while I was fixing my stuff internally, Cody Winicky had an issue coming off of turn 4, jumped a little wrong there, Justin, and ended up in the grass. No harm, no foul. He's all good now.
So easy to do, though. But so easy to do. The jumps there are deceiving. You can hit them straight on, and if you're just not quite settled down all the way, the car comes off the wrong angle. That's where it gets bad. It's the you can control the oh geez, I don't know is it pitch the pitch of the car.
Yeah, into the wall goes Winicky.
Ooh,
in the 9. It happened again. A bad bounce.
And
if I was Cody, why would I be pushing this hard, though, is the question.
I don't know. Or maybe he's lacking a bit of consistency. Maybe the car's not feeling quite right based on how he's practiced. You know, the sessions can be quite a bit different from dirt to dirt, especially here with this new stuff in the dirt section on the dirt road side. Very, very different. A lot thicker and slushier. And you can see a bit of a glisten there. It looks like it's a little wet. So probably just struggling a little bit, but car's bouncing all over the place.
As deep into turn 4, he went down the hill to turn 5. Such a wonderful corner, rewarding if you get it right. Over the jump, over to turn 6, over the crest.
Smooth
back
now.
Down a slight dip and jumping again. Such a rhythm-based section here in Crandon. The whole track, really, but that specific section from jump to jump, really. And running it wide into turn number 7. Coming to the white flag, Cody Winicky in car number 9.
And I'm still watching him here, Josh, because, you know, I smacked the wall here on the final lap of one of my heat races here and had to drive in reverse to get across the line and keep my transfer position. So anything.
I will never forget that in true NASA fashion. So, white flag for Cody Winicky. His fastest lap is a 1 minute 18.233. Vinny Sawyer, 119.3. 1.1 seconds faster. And Boyles is a second slower than Sawyer. So Winicky looking good for a pole position and trying to take the Endurance Cup in 2023C.
Yeehaw. He is looking for it, and I think he's looking like he's going to take it. Very fast. There's a little bit of an inconsistency problem, but he's got some laps in now, nice and clean. He's got some practice going. We'll see how he can ramp up the rest. He's got a bit of a cold streak he's going to have to hit. He's going to sit for a few races before he gets into that feature, so we'll see how that translates.
Over the jump down to turn 7 for the final time. Running order has not changed, and Cody Winicky, 2 corners left to make it into the feature on pole position here in Wisconsin. Over the final jump, we talked about you hitting the wall. How can we forget Romain Marato's incident with Magnus Okenhaug a couple seasons ago there, but right. Winicky winning heat number 1. Transferring will be Vinny Sawyer. As best of the rest is Boyles, Robichaud, and Darnell.
A pretty tame race, actually. The drivers have a lot of room here tonight in this track, so we'll there we go. Results popping up there. We got Cody Winicky in first with Vinny Sawyer in second, Ed Boyles in third, Jake Robichaud in third, and Joshua Darnell in fifth. Heat number 2, Josh, take her away.
Cody Crossgrove, Brandon Lambert, Matty Grove, and Cody Erdmann. So, this is a champion-filled race. As
oh boy.
Champion-filled race. I'm going to have a disclaimer. Bryan has some stuff internally he's going to fix. We might have to slide into a radio style with no pictures or him trying to fix it. So if you see some stuff pop up, apologies for that one. Bryan, try your best. So, Cody Crossgrove, secretly, well, I wouldn't say secretly, he, under the radar, won the Sportsman Cup after last week, after being the only car to transfer into every race from the contenders. So he is a 2-time and technically defending Sportsman champion. Barring any unusual circumstances, looking good for the Contenders Championship as well. Brandon Lambert, champion of the series back in 2012A. Matty Grove, last season's Sportsman champion. And Cody Erdmann, 2-time champion of the series, 2016A and 2017A. So, 3 Subarus and 1 Ford getting ready for heat number 2. Pace truck heads to the pit lane as Crossgrove and Lambert, along with Erdmann and Grove. This is going to be a spicy one, Justin. Super spicy for this heat race. Crosgrove runs it wide before the start.
Oh, boy.
Green flag.
On the throttle, maybe getting a little loose.
As he started to, so he got caught in a rut mid-corner and almost ran into Lambert as we head over turn 2 into turn 3. A little bit wide is Crosgrove in the 18 as Lambert tries to chase him down in the 46. Erdmann a couple car lengths behind the inaugural champion of the series, and down to turn 4, full commitment needed. We saw reverse entries. Crosgrove deep into the corner.
Beautiful.
Lambert is not, Erdmann is not, but a beautiful run for Crosgrove, nearly onto the asphalt to get the best run off the corner, and Grove hanging out behind these two.
And that's
Crosgrove.
a great example of why keeping momentum is super important. You see Cody Crosgrove took the widest line out of all the drivers there, and he's got the biggest gap. So that's anybody, and it should be poster board material for everybody right now. Everyone's crew chief should be, look at Cody's line there. You need to stick your tire right up to the edge of that line, and we'll see him use all the track again here.
Using all the track and then some on corner entry. Remember, you can use the grass, and rocketing off of the corner down to turn number 8. At the end of the first lap, Cody Crosgrove leads ahead of Brandon Lambert. Erdmann and Grove battling for the 3rd spot. Certainly Lambert likes to see this, as Erdmann struggling the 52 into the wall, and Grove in the 472 right behind Erdmann. And we talk about it all the time, Justin. Best of the rest gives you pole position for the semifinal in just a couple minutes.
It sure does. It sure does. And that's really important on a track like this, especially with that very clear advantage you get with the inside line on that run with the truck. So we've Brian's just in our ear telling us we've lost everything. So
we are still here. So Cody Crosgrove exits turn 4 down the straightaway to turn 5. He leads ahead of Brandon Lambert. Gap is about 3.5 seconds from Crosgrove to Lambert, as Erdmann sits a second behind him and Grove sits a second behind him. So it's a DRS train behind Brandon Lambert if it existed in Rallycross. A second between the two cars. Erdmann over the jump. Not sure if we can catch it. He nearly straight-lined it into turn number 6. Saves it, and Crosgrove maintains the lead. His first lap, 1 minute 18.3. We'll get a true lap time difference. And thanks for hanging out with us despite those technical difficulties, as Crosgrove still at the end of the second lap. His lap time at the timing beam, 1:18.2. Lambert, 1:19.5. 1:19.3 for Erdmann. 1:20.6 for Grove.
And here we go. We're finally back in on the action. Everything is nice and tidied up on our end with ATVO, and we've got it all nice and clean. And oh boy, Matt got almost a little over-rotated and saved it in that Ford there. Nice work there. Cody's just running a race of his own, but
into the wall, Crosgrove! In the 18, he saved it. He has the gap to maintain it, but that, while you're so far out front, you're pushing to find new lines and exploit the track as much as you can, and that was just over the edge for Crosgrove in the 18. But you know, he's trying to get all the pace he can for the supercar race.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're almost getting a small glimpse as to the lines supercar drivers may make. He's definitely going to be a guy that's going to fight for contention there too. But yeah, he's really trying to push the edge of the tires all the way back there, trying to find the limit of the track still out there as you go, or maybe the track's getting a little slippery.
Lambert. I think Lambert, he net coated off of the wall, nearly went left, driver's left, past that jump, allowing Erdmann to close in. So this might be a spicy battle. 3/10 up was the former 2-time champion ahead, or versus the inaugural champion of Lambert.
He's pushing real
down the
hard
backstretch. Crosgrove 1 minute 20.1. Erdmann up by 3/10 over Lambert, and if anything goes wrong, Grove will capitalize. And I'll be honest, Justin, it's hard to talk when watching these guys rip around these endurance truck tracks, because it is such an art. We talk about it in the Rallycross tracks, and it still is, but these tracks obviously aren't designed for these cars, and to watch these guys slinging these cars, full commitment, it's just something else.
I love it. I would love to be down there with them. This is probably my favorite truck track, easily my favorite truck track, but these rallycross cars on this track is by far and away my favorite combo on iRacing, and I jump at every opportunity I can, obviously not here, but jump at every opportunity I can to race it, and I hope to someday get into one of these.
Flag, but Cosgrove crossed up, and Cosgrove runs wide off the track. Here comes Lambert, and Erdmann was a 10th up. It has gotten spicy, and the inaugural champion trying to take it to the two-time and champion-elect Cosgrove. We ride on board Lambert off of turn 3. Looks like he's got better traction in the first phase, but Cosgrove smoked him off the corner there, Justin.
Oh boy, yeah, and you gotta love
Down
this
to
right
turn
now.
4, deep on the brakes, ripping the handbrake. Who maintains the best momentum? Cosgrove. Lambert got crossed up. So easy to lose traction in the ruts, but here comes Erdmann on Lambert again.
Oh, the entire race is right here, and that transfer spot is still very important.
Over the first jump, over the second, nearly contact between them. We've seen them battle like this before in the past 10 years. Contact between them nearly. We've got 2 corners left to decide the transfer spot in heat number 2, Justin.
Brandon Lambert almost seems like he's maybe a little rattled right now, and Cody sends it on the inside.
7 slide job for Erdmann. Can he hold it? Lambert's going to have the run off the corner. Erdmann's going to have one last shot. 18 wins and 2 championships versus 5 wins and 1 championship.
And he
behind
goes
Cosgrove. Erdmann sends it. Checks him. Cosgrove wins heat 2. Erdmann transfers at the line. Wow.
What a race.
What a move.
Right to the end.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Like throwing a Hail Mary at the end of a football game. You just send it right in there and...
That is why I keep doing this. And Lambert not happy. Lambert not happy. I would say that was clean.
Well,
little hip check.
Well, we'll see.
Little hip check. Just a pinch.
We might have to get
We
the
missed
top
our grid
down
there.
slow-mo,
Apologies
but
for heat 3. Matty Morris, Jess Rakowski, David Douthwaite, and Olivier Rateau. There's our grid for heat number 3.
This is gonna be great. I think I'm watching out for Matthew Morris. I think he's got a little something for us here. But Jess Rakowski, she's still looking good in practice, but looking really good in practice too. So we've got a good little field here. I think all of these drivers are going to be fighting for it.
Showing pace
in the
999. Cody Cosgrove says it was clean. Oh, he's not happy. Really not happy.
You barely touched him.
Inaugural champion Lambert not happy in the 46. Not the first time that those two have come together. Not only was it last week, but I can tell you multiple times over the last, 12 years.
A lot of history there.
Come together.
There's a lot of history there, Josh.
Once or twice, and take it from me, I might have been involved in a few of those there. Safety truck is off. Matty Morris from Illinois, Jess Rakowski from Maryland, David Douthwaite from Oklahoma, and Olivier Rateau, the Frenchman, getting ready for heat number 3 here in Wisconsin.
And a great heat it's going to be as they round that final corner.
Green flag. Very slow start, and Rakowski surges on corner exit, takes the lead off the line.
Oh boy.
Over under maybe for Morris. Can he take the spot into turn number 2? Driver's right, Rakowski driver's left. Early apex leaves the door wide open. Writes an invitation to Morris, but he can't get the grip off the corner. Down the back straightaway to turn 4. Rakowski, 2 car lengths, maybe make it 3. Pulling Morris down to turn number 4. Early on the brakes, rip the handbrake to get the car to rotate. Use the berm. One car spears, and it's Douthwaite in the 155. Ooh. Morris holds the spot. And that's easy to do. Easy to lock up the brakes. Speaking of, Rakowski all over the track in the 999. Rakowski in the 999 was crossed up, and Douthwaite admitted, like I thought, it's so hard. If you get stuck in a rut, it's over. You're just going to go straight. You're not going to turn.
Yeah, 100%. And it's fizzled right out now. It's gone and fizzled. Now it's really just a mistake game, and to be honest, the mistake game is quite high in here. You don't want to rely on it, of course, but this track notorious just getting lousy off the jump or over-rotated and hooked up in this weird, thick dirt. Jess Rakowski runs it super wide in the final corner here. Oh, just like I said, Douthwaite just hits the inside. That
rotates. And
that's exactly how I turned in my heat race. Smack that wall so easy to do. Get a little too checked up when you wanted to be sliding. You can fix that, but it's tough. Sometimes the car just wants to stop, and you can do nothing but hang along for the ride and bit of traffic.
So let's get a reset of the running order as we are headed towards lap 3 in heat number 3. Jess Rakowski leads over Maddie Morris, leads over Olivier Rateau and David Douthwaite in the 155. And it's just like I said last week, it's racing the track. And people still wonder, and I get questions, and I talk about it every show on an endurance track, but they question me, why do you run these tracks? And the factor is you have Rallycross with the mixed surfaces, we've ran road courses, and we've ran these truck tracks. Think of it, it's not only Rallycross, but stage rally with these. You're flying through forests of Finland, you're on the tarmac in Germany, you run those different disciplines, and it's not just one track or one kind of track. You have to ace all these different tracks, and like to admit it's I'd like to think it makes this unique, as Rakowski fastest lap 1 minute 18.5, 8 tenths of a second up on Maddie Morris. Justin.
Yeah, and I agree. It does make us unique, and these tracks, while they're not designed for the car, they're a very fun and popular combination. I don't understand why there's a ton of hate for them. I mean, really, you can consider it an 8-week Rallycross season and a 2-week truck track season. But hey, it's a ton of fun. The truck tracks, I look forward to them every season personally. I just find them a great place to blow off steam, I suppose. You're not really gripped up, so it's really just a throttle game. And I think
Morris has crashed. Morris has crashed in turn 5. He's trying to get restarted. He's back up in the racing line.
Here comes traffic.
Here comes Rateau and Douthwaite.
Just a bad spot.
We've got a battle for the transfer.
Just a bad spot to get checked up, and now Douthwaite, despite the issues, is in a position to maybe take a spot back from Olivier here.
Over the jump, exiting turn 6, we come to 2 laps to go for Jess Rakowski. They've got 2 laps and like a tenth of a lap left to duel for this transfer spot. And I'll tell you, I say it every single show, Olivier Rateau somehow, in some way, finds his way into a transfer spot just by running his own race. Cody asked me yesterday, how'd you get on the podium? I said, I ran my own race. That was it. Douthwaite trying, handbraked mid-corner. Rateau holds the spot with 2 laps to go.
Oh, wow, and Olivier is running that
into the wall again
that everyone complains about. So this would be very awesome for him to get a win in that car.
And now here comes Morris.
Sneaking back in.
Over, under for against Douthwaite, I should say. 2 lines through turn number 3. Douthwaite pushes wide and into Morris. Second time he got caught in the ruts.
He's got boosters. He's
deep on the brakes in the 24. What a send! He gets hit by Douthwaite in the 155 into the trees. They're not solid. Welcome to NASA. And now we're going to chase down Rateau again.
Thank goodness they aren't, but Morris is on a mission, and he's almost about to complete it here. He's got, honestly, mind you, a ton of time, in my opinion, to make it happen at the pace he's going.
Rateau overjumps in the 63. Rakowski's running completely her own race. We're not missing anything up front for the driver from Maryland. She's going to take the white flag, uncontested. We're going to focus on this battle for the transfer because no one wants to transfer, it seems, here in heat number 3, Justin.
No, and this, like I said, crashes. That's what this track's all about. There's the inconsistencies. We're going to find the people that have tested all the little ruts as Olivier gets a little bent out of shape there on the jump. Look at that. One more lap
I think your dad got confused.
I think he did too.
Got confused thinking there's one lap left. Morris to the inside of Rateau, battling for the transfer spot in heat 3. Rateau holds the inside in the 63. Under the board!
Oh my word!
He saves it.
He's back,
and Douthwaite gets by.
Not without...
Rateau gets by now.
Oh, and he grabs it again on Douthwaite. Still had...
It's going to be a Chris Wetz 2017 if Rateau manages to transfer, sends it into turn 4.
But he gets it right to the edge, uses all the stopping power, and still keeps some great momentum on Douthwaite, but it might just be over for the transfer position. He might be holding out.
Wouldn't say that.
Here.
We still have this huge jump past turn 5, and I'm going to bring it up to Bryan again. He rolled it on the last lap of his heat race. Morris over the jump. Bounces, runs it a little wide. Douthwaite sends it into Rateau. And around goes the 63. Checkered flag. Wow. Rakowski wins Heat 3 uncontested after everyone didn't want to transfer here in Crandon. Final couple of corners for Douthwaite to try and take the fight to Morris, Justin.
Oh, my goodness. And it looks like it's just going to be an easy one for Morris here if he can just keep it together in the final corner. And he looks like he's going to run it very conservative.
Clawed it back.
Great little run.
Transferring Morris, best of the rest, Douthwaite and Rateau.
What an awesome way to claw that back. To come back from that that little mishap and still get into a transfer is very impressive.
So now we are going to begin our semi-final here this evening. Here in Wisconsin. 7 cars going for 2 spots. Ed Boyles, Brandon Lambert, David Douthwaite, Jake Robichaud, Matty Grove, Olivier Rateau, and Josh Darnell. So, we've got 4 Fords, actually, and 3 Subarus going for 2 places. Another 5 laps, Justin.
Yeah, and this is a healthy little field here. 7 cars. I think this is going to produce some excellent racing. I love like 8-10 cars here. It feels very, very good and very comfy. I mean, this is meant for a bunch of big trucks. These cars just feel like at home if you can keep them on the track. And if you know a bit of the style of the guy you're racing with and his line, even with just a few practice laps, it's very easy to stay consistent with each other and learn and run some great laps. Tons of great pictures from this track of just tandem drifting through the dogleg corner and the hairpins together with like 5 or 6 cars. If you can just keep it door to door, it just produces awesome racing.
Safety truck will pull off. 7 cars going for 2 spots to try and become our 7th and 8th seeds this evening for contenders. And remember, stick around after the contenders race. We do have the Supercars race. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network for all of our content. Sunday, Monday, and our Thursday slot, as well as our next race next Monday in Iowa, 8 p.m. Eastern Time here on ASN Live. Getting ready for the semifinal. Contact between Lambert and Boyles. Here comes Robichaud to take the green flag. Over the first set of jumps, Robichaud surges in the Ford. Car length maybe make it 1.5 between Boyles and Lambert. Lambert hit the bump, I should say. Sent him a little wide, and this back straightaway is going to be spicy here, Justin, on the first lap. Rateau into Douthwaite in the 155. Take him out of it in the Subaru. And Boyles, his teammate, out and away from the rest of the field, down to turn 4 for the first time. Lambert into turn 4, reverse entry. Woo! Here comes Robichaud, tries to check him, can't make it happen. Grove has had an issue in the 472. I'm taking a look. He got all crossed up over the dirt, or over the ruts, and off the road he went. So, wow. Through turn 5, over the jump to turn 6, Ed Boyles leads ahead of Brandon Lambert. And Lambert just mentioned in the chat he wasn't a fan of the weather changing, but Justin, breaking the fourth wall here a little bit, it's always been set to generated by the sim, so we did have a little bit of an issue. It regenerated the weather, and a couple guys not happy.
Regenerated the weather. It always does. It does do that, and that is to encourage the drivers to race in different elements. But yeah, it's really just adapt. That's how it kind of boils down to. We don't want drivers to have that information up, and if that's something they want to change, I mean, if it's loudly in favor. It hasn't been in recent years. People do like the generated weather. It adds a little bit of a flavor to it. You don't know if you're going to get a slick track or kind of a cold, really sticky track. It's hard to tell. I personally like it.
I'll put it to you this way. Back in the Pioneer days, as we're calling the NASCAR 2003 days, we used to not know the track until an hour before the race. I would love to do that. Boyles around from the lead in the semifinal. Was it? No,
it's a rocket.
What?
He keeps it.
Ignore me.
That was great.
I thought it was around and done. I thought it was over for Boyles in the 38. But we didn't know what track we were running until an hour before the race. And I would love to implement that on iRacing, but it's just not like that anymore. So that's why we run the generated weather. You don't know what conditions you're going to get until you show up and drive, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, I think as a whole, that's better for the league anyways, because the sim throughout the leagues might do
Lambert
the same
deep
thing.
into the corner, into Boyles, sends him, and Robichaud gets hit. There are 3 cars around in turn 6.
And
Turn
drives
7,
right
sorry.
over the hill.
Gonna take the lead. And Duthwaite, after getting spun on the first lap, is going to battle the transfer with his teammate.
Wow, I'm at a
Remember
loss
what I
for
said?
words.
Anything
Wow.
can happen.
Unbelievable. And you have to know Brandon's just driving maybe a bit too aggressively, because he's driving angry right now, and it's kind of showing, and it's really no help to anyone at this point. Douthwaite sitting in a transfer spot at the moment.
I think we're going to see a duel between the Warrior Racing teammates. Douthwaite utilizes that berm, but it's not helping him. Boyles had a much better run mid-corner, but had nowhere to go. We ride on board Boyles in the 38. For Warrior Racing behind his teammate Douthwaite in the 155. Lambert peeks to the inside on Boyles. Contact. Douthwaite. Now Lambert's not happy. Trying to take the spot. Moves Boyles out of the way.
What did Boyles do to Brandon Lambert?
Boyles from New York. Douthwaite from Oklahoma.
He gives it back.
Boyles, he saves it. Off the road goes Lambert. We are seeing a brawl, and if these guys brawl, it's going to allow Darnell to take this spot. He's got 2 laps to go. Coming to the 2 laps to go now.
Ed Boyles did not like that one bit. I can see it in his car body language. He wants to give it back again for sure. He just wants his spot back, and I agree.
Rob checks Boyles. Boyles getting bullied in the 38. Checks Grove right back in the 472.
Boyles has had
Lambert trying to battle with Douthwaite in the 155. 2 laps to go. Darnell is in the league, or the driver base would tell you it's a handicapped Ford Fiesta with how slow it is. He's leading comfortably ahead of Douthwaite in the 155.
Absolutely wild here. I can't believe it. There's just a lot of beating and banging going on now. The cars take it a little bit better than most at these times, but yeah, this is very, very electric here already.
Into turn 4, Lambert peeking the inside, tries to check Douthwaite, can't get it done. And I wouldn't take Boyles out of this if something goes wrong between these guys like we just saw a lap ago. Lambert surges into turn 5. They're going to be side by side. It's going to be Douthwaite on the outside with the run. Lambert nearly exiting turn 5 over the jump to turn 6.
Oh boy, it is real tight up here.
Darnell misses the corner, Justin.
Oh,
the gap is tightening up.
And with these two, the way they're driving, you don't even want to invite them in near you at all. So Josh needs to get his head down and out of his mirrors and just let these two battle it out.
Into the corner.
Lambert's going to get an okay run here on the exit because he went pretty wide. So we're going to see how this happens in the final corner.
Over the jump. Great camera work from Bryan Sawyer. We are going to take the white flag. Lambert still not done. On the outside looking in is the inaugural champion of the NASA Rallycross Challenge. Darnell leads. Douthwaite, Lambert, Boyles, Grove, Robichaud, Rateau is our running order, but we pay attention at the top 3. Only 2 of these guys will transfer to the feature race, and we've got half a lap left.
Oh, wow.
Darnell slips, mid-corner. Douthwaite tries, can't get the run off the corner, and blocks Lambert. Darnell's over the track in the 029.
Trying to get a hold of that board again.
Expect a send. Douthwaite gonna reverse entry, maybe. Lambert tries it. Will Douthwaite get the run off the corner? Lambert takes the spot, trying to get 2 for 1 is the man from Alabama.
Oh, and it was a great line. He just took the outside, kept the run, and that was the right move.
Into turn 5. So easy to slip too far. You want to stay driver's right. There's a bit of tire track, middle of the road. Angle your car left so you don't make a mistake. And Lambert pushes wide slightly. We've got 2 corners left. And this is just the semifinal. Feature race to come shortly. And Darnell holding strong in the 029. Douthwaite's got one chance! Into Darnell is Lambert! Douthwaite takes the spot! Lambert goes around! Here comes Boyles in the 38! Darnell holds the spot! Boyles tries to take the spot back! Contact between the teammates! Boyles is off the track! Boyles takes the spot! Will Douthwaite take it back? Checkered flag for Darnell! Contact nearly between the teammates! Boyles at the line tentatively, but he cut the track! I don't know if that's gonna count it!
I don't see anything from the sim. I don't see a black flag. If the sim gives it to him, that's...
Yeah. Old me would have modified that. I don't think I'm going to touch it. I'm just going to let the sim handle it.
The sim handled that, and to be honest, in a way, rightfully so. He got pushed around it. He kept it on the track. He didn't re-enter unsafely. The sim gives it to him. The sim gives it to him.
So, we still have a feature race left. Stick around. We'll be back shortly.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two in turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. In the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold the spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
We welcome you back to the inaugural Wisconsin Grand Prix here in Crandon, Wisconsin. In the production truck, Bryan, Sawyer, Justin Robichaud alongside me. My name is Josh Mertz as we get ready for the feature race for NASA Rallycross contenders. Bit of a longer night with the longer track. Be sure to hang out with us. We still have the supercar race later on. The NASA Rallycross Challenge brought to you by Overwatch Specialty Service. The only thing more unique than your problem is our solution. For more information, visit osscenter.com. Thank you so much to Rob Hartland for your continued support of NASA Sim Racing. Justin Robichaud, you are still muted if you are trying to talk to me. Our coverage on ASN tonight also brought to you by NordVPN for up to 69% off. Incredibly nice percentage off a 2-year plan with 3 months free. Visit nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Thirdly, our cameras for the entire season provided by TrackCams22.com. And finally, our intro music was produced by our very own Alex Abedi. Justin Robichaud, kick this session forward. I'll get your prediction once they grid.
All right. I think it's just going to be a Cody Wieniecki and Cody Cosgrove brawl here. I think they're going to learn quite a bit from each other on this track as this goes on. So I expect like a lot of pulling and pushing unless we see a mistake, because both of them have made mistakes here tonight in the heats. So it could just be who makes less of them.
As we take a look
there we go.
at our grid, Cody Wieniecki, Cody Cosgrove, Jess Rakowski, Vinny Sowers. I'm going to put my team owner cap on. Look at us, 3rd and 4th. Let's go, guys. Cody Erdmann in 5th, Matty Morris in 6th, Josh Darnell 7th, and Ed Boyles Jr. in 8th. Can't believe that the sim didn't give him a penalty, but we're not going to step on the toes of the sim. If the sim gives you a penalty, cool. If it doesn't, I guess it doesn't. But got pushed off by his teammates, and that was just a crazy end to that semifinal.
Absolutely. I think he rightfully sits here, in my opinion.
After everything that happened, yes.
And you know what? And just after I'm just trying to think in like virtual hindsight here, or like hindsight, where we would have just done something silly like DQ him and it would have just screwed the session in some way, like, or done something different. I really don't know. I just know that when we try to meddle with settings and doing things like that after the fact, it just ends in disaster. So I think we just let it roll and we deal with it afterwards.
As round number 8 of NASA Rallycross Contenders live on the Automotive Sports Network. 8 cars, 10 laps, and we might have to see those pit stops. Remember, I don't think these cars will make it on fuel. It's going to be super exciting to watch. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe for all of our content on the Automotive Sports Network. If you'd like to race, all the info at nasasimracing.com. Still have a couple weeks left, but it has been an awesome 2023, and everyone's welcome to join us as we get ready in Wisconsin. Green flag, stuck on the ruts again. Wieniecki leads off the line from Cosgrove, from Rakowski, from Sowers. Teammates side by side. Erdmann battling Morris, Boyles, and Darnell. Up the hill to turn 2. Down the hill to turn 3. Multiple grooves through this corner. And then we have the long blast down turn 4 down the backstretch. Very bumpy. Expect so many sends down to this corner. Cosgrove car length back from Wieniecki into turn 4. Last week's winner, Wieniecki, versus the guy who's won everything else. Cosgrove, Sowers, reverse entry. Doesn't make any spots. Erdmann sneaks by him. Rakowski surges off the corner trying to catch Cosgrove. Car length, maybe make it 2 between them. Through turn 5. Very conservative. Don't hit the wall. Otherwise, you'll end up in the grass. And over the jump into turn 6 for the first time. Bouncing is Wieniecki. A little bit wide in car number 9. Rakowski sneaking in. Morris, Erdmann battling Sowers. We've got 2 corners to end this first lap. And Rakowski hanging on. Reverse entry in the 999. Very wide. Better run off the corner potentially. No. Cosgrove holds it. Heading to turn 8. For the first time, Wieniecki leads. Cosgrove leads. Rakowski, Morris, Erdmann, Sowers, Boyles, and Darnell, Justin.
Oh, and Jess Rakowski sitting very nicely behind Cody Cosgrove here and actually tries to get in on him. Makes a bit of a shove there in turn 1. Backs out a little bit. Probably the great move. I don't know what happened there. Cody just maybe got a little bit slow on entry, but Jess right there on him and basically letting him know it with that little door bang. And Vinny Sowers clutching on as well, just hoping for something to happen. Wait, sorry, not Vinny Sowers, my bad. Matthew Morris, my bad.
Erdmann has gone off. He made contact with Sowers, and Rakowski holds the spot. Extreme reverse entry, nearly into the trees. Went Rakowski off the road in the 999, saves it.
Wow. It looked like she was going the wrong way for a second there.
Granted, we just started. I don't think there's going to be Wieniecki running away and hiding. I think Cosgrove's going to maintain this battle. We are going to take a look all evening long at this battle for the lead.
He's pulling a little bit.
Really crossed up over for the jump.
I think they take two very different lines in the dog leg, and I think it's very favorable to Cody Wieniecki. We kind of chatted about this last week when you were, I might have been pointing me or picking me for pointers here on this track in the light, but that dog leg, you really do have to run it wide. It's tempting to take it on the inside, but you get so slow.
You lose time.
You get so slow. Gaining back the time is impossible with how powerful these cars are, even the light. So you really send it in there. You put the car kind of sideways, and you use the banking to slow the car down. You just ride it all around like a bowl, and you can just maintain speed. Cody Wieniecki's doing a great job here, and Cody Crossgrove, they both do a great job in this corner. Riding the bowl, keep it great.
Was the difference between them that last lap. Rakowski utilized the asphalt. I think if these guys, if something goes wrong, she could sneak into the picture. Morris is off the track in the 24 from the 4th spot. He has nosed it into the fence.
Oh, no.
In that Subaru for Squadra Stunzede.
Oh, and there's a
no
line.
Contact, plenty of room.
Just trying to stay predictable with the right move. But, yeah, you're right. Jess Rakowski, very poised to make a move here if these two come together, but I don't know.
Runs it wide in the 0.29 from the 4th spot, comes out in front of Morris.
Oh, we got two battles going back here. Josh Darnell is holding off a tall order here in Morris and Boyles and Sawers right here, all battling for position behind him. And doing it in the Ford, Josh.
Sorry, I had to put some fires out, so I am back in here. I'll put this into perspective. They are 10 seconds behind Jess Rakowski in the 999. They are just heading up the hill to turn 2. Rakowski halfway down the backstretch to turn 3. She is chasing down Wieniecki, who's around in turn 4. He utilized too much of the asphalt, loses the lead to Crossgrove.
Wow. Oh my goodness, and Josh Darnell very, very loose. I know.
This puts Rakowski potentially in second, and let me take a look. We're going to potentially, if it ends right now, we would run into the same scenario that we did last night. Overjumping is Rakowski. This is crucial for Wieniecki because he has to maintain this second spot to have a tie in the Endurance Cup. Over the jump, bouncing it in car number 9.
Weird bounce, and Jess Rakowski's hanging on here, and she is loving this. Loves this. She's going to learn a ton from Wieniecki here running behind him, and she's already learned a ton as it is. Very quick today, and Cody has an opportunity here if he just drives. It's very easy to drive defensively on this track, Josh, and hold your line, especially if you want to maintain speed. Inside dive bombs, like we've seen before, if you can stay on the outside, you're quicker on the outside. There's no inside moves being made unless it's with a bit of contact, so...
I think, and I could be off base and making stuff up, maybe Wieniecki's not used to a rubbered-in track state. Morris is pitting in the back of the field, just taking a look. I don't know if Wieniecki's used to the track state because we are gripping up. He's driving in deep into the wall in the 9 again.
Oh, wow, so maybe, struggling with a bit of adaptability in the long run on this track as it wears in. That is an interesting take, Josh. Wow, he
has to maintain. Wow, He has to maintain second for the tiebreaker. He would get the tiebreaker on fastest lap, but if he loses this spot to Rakowski, it is Crossgrove's Endurance Cup.
Wow, Jess is right there too, doing such a great job holding on to him. There's literally no room for mistake for Wieniecki at all, even if he just wants to maintain second place. There's a very small... Jess running very wide on the outside, running around the corner, trying to get some runoff. Just giving up time to Cody there, I think, so...
We take cross flags for Cody Crossgrove, ahead of Cody Wieniecki, ahead of Jess Rakowski, Darnell, Boyles, Sawers, Erdmann, and Morris, the remaining running order. Morris was the first to pit. Remember, we still potentially have to pit in these cars, and it's a matter of conserving fuel. Maybe we just kind of forgot that maybe Wieniecki's conserving fuel, Justin.
I totally forgot about the pit, Josh. My goodness, we haven't even gotten to that point yet until now, so I'm super excited. I haven't even tested on the new dirt. I think it might make a bit of a difference how long these cars last. So I want to see where that's going to happen. I suspect, if I had to take a guess, it's going to be roughly like the last lap or the second to last
I think
lap.
they were saying they could make 9 laps. I think that's what it was. Morris pits again, so I think he is out of the running in the 24.
Now, with that said, too, you can technically pit at any time. And you can pit
and so we currently look, it's Boyles versus Sawers. This is for the 5th position.
Ooh, here we go.
Between the 38 and the 365.
Sawers.
Rakowski pits. Rakowski pits.
That might be a good move, to be honest. Like I said, you could pit at any time. I was trying to roll off. We were kind of refocusing, but you could pit at any time and just maybe take advantage of a change of pace, a change of traffic. Let's see where she comes out here.
So Rakowski comes out, battling Erdmann in the 52! Contact between them off the track!
Just
goes the 52.
Like he wasn't even there. I don't think she even knew he was there at all, to be honest. She came flying out, not paying attention. That's...
Is it a contender's mistake, or...
it's absolutely...
We talk about Joe...
It's a contender's mistake for sure. It's something you might not think about because these drivers don't pit. And they definitely don't pit at this track. And I'd be hard-pressed to see if any of these drivers, maybe some of the teams, would have practiced merging out or watching that. But no, I think that's just you're so late in the race and your mind's all scattered, running in third, heart's beating in your chest, and you're just not paying attention. That's unfortunate for Erdmann, really.
So let's get an update on the championship battles that are hanging in the balance here, as Rakowski pushing super hard, and this is not what she needed to do, and she is going to potentially maybe lose the transfer spot. Boyles had an incident in turn 5, and let's get refocused here. So Crosgrove leads with 3 laps to go. Winicky in second. The tiebreaker is fastest lap, which goes to Winicky, but Crosgrove would not lock up the Contenders Championship. Sawers pits in the 365. Crosgrove would not lock up that championship, Justin. He has to do it in Iowa, despite how much success he has had.
Oh, Boyles goes wide and smacks Jess in the final corner as he tries to come down in. Jess still just pushing hard, trying to get on the inside. Battling hard, Boyles just gives the spot back to her, actually. Doesn't really want to be involved.
So, lap time difference from Crosgrove to Winicky was a 1/10 of a second in Crosgrove's favor. Will we see a pit stop from these two? Crosgrove passes the pit lane. Winicky does pit. Now, is Crosgrove trying to save fuel? This is going to be really interesting. What would you do if you're Crosgrove? It's a risky game.
Oh boy, no. I think you just have to focus on getting a wicked pit. I don't think there's a way to save. I've been hearing reports.
Oh! Winicky took tires! This is it
that is
for the
brutal.
Endurance Cup and for a transfer. He exits the pit lane. Is he going to hold it?
I don't know. Actually, it put him on the jacks, but maybe he didn't take tires. That was really quick if it took tires. That would have been a brutal mistake if so. My goodness. I saw him go up too, and my heart sank. That's just a road racing habit, I guess. But no, Cody just has to focus. Cody Crosgrove has to focus on having a great pit here. That's really all there is to it. He's going to sip a little less fuel to make the rest of the race. And also something to consider too, if these guys are using auto fuel, where they've set their margin for extra fuel, if at all, could change your pit fueling time even just by a few tenths. So look for that. I know the entry is a bit tricky here. Some of the drivers in the paddock have been complaining that the slowdown will hit you a little bit before the
Crossroad pits.
So there
Crossroad pits. So this is going to be crucial. We take a look from high above this Crandon International Raceway at Cody Crosgrove, who is entering the pit lane. We take a look now at Winicky. Crosgrove went up on the jacks as well. Not sure what's going to happen.
Must just be the pit animation for them.
Winicky rounding turn 6. Crosgrove still in the pit lane. Did he take tires? Is this going to change the race lead? Crosgrove drops. Exiting the pit lane. Winicky to the race lead on the pit stop rotation. Wow.
Wow. Huge lead on the pit stop rotation too. Let me just check
We're
the
gonna have
box
one
times.
lap, and we've seen
The box difference was
crazier
massive.
things.
Lane time
White
difference
flag.
of 5 seconds for Cody, and a box time difference of 6 seconds. So Cosgrove must have taken something, maybe half tires. I don't know, but he was 7 seconds more in the box and 5 seconds more in the lane. That's just brutal. He basically lost it in the pits right there.
So this gives Winicky the Endurance Cup if it ends right now. And the Contenders Championship would have to go until Iowa next week to be clinched by Cody Cosgrove. But Winicky's got to survive this last half a lap, and it is all over the track for the man from Arizona, Justin.
Oh, yeah, and he's showing a little bit of that inconsistency he was showing in the heat, so maybe he's just getting a little bit jittery.
Over
I'm
the
not
jump.
too sure.
Woo!
Oh, boy. This is where
Over
it can be.
the penultimate jump. Final couple of corners for Cody Winicky. He broke the streak of Cody Cosgrove last week by winning in Wild West. It has been an up and down race here in Crandon, but the man from Arizona trying to make it 2 consecutive Endurance Cup victories. And he's also trying to win the first one in Contenders. Final corner, 2 wins in a row, 2 Endurance Cups in a row, and he does it in Crandon in Wisconsin. Winicky wins ahead of Cosgrove, and Jess Rakowski holds on to the 3rd spot, transferring into the supercar race in the 999. Erdmann, what a recovery for the 4th spot for the hometown favorite from Wisconsin.
No kidding.
And the former champion will come home in the 4th position. 5th will be Boyles. 6th looks like is Vinny Sowers. 7th Morris, and 8th is Darnell. Wow.
Good race,
Wow.
Cody.
No kidding.
Yeah, good race.
So I'm going to try and pull in our interviewees. We got one, and we are waiting on Cosgrove. So I will pull up Jess Rakowski and have a quick chat. Just one question for you, Jess. What was your thought process when you exited the pit lane and Cody was right there?
Yeah. So I had checked over my shoulder. Unfortunately, I probably should have checked my relative. I want to apologize to Cody for that. But yeah, at the moment, at that time, I was trying to communicate something to my teammate, and I guess it was just a lapse of concentration. But yeah,
there was so much that happened in this. So much that happened in this race. You still have a second race to run, so I guess give me a quick thought on that.
Well, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm having some anxiety because my headset has been yelling at me that it's low on battery for the past 30 minutes.
Oh no.
So
You got another race to do.
yeah, I'm gonna have to try to get that done before we run with the main game.
Which is
It's
rolling very soon.
It's a weird question for me to ask, but who would you like to thank for your P3 tonight?
Well, I'd like to thank you and JC Sim Sport, all of ASN. You guys are great. I'd also like to thank any friends and family that are watching right now. I know I just came back from a family gathering, and some people expressed interest in watching this. So, hello.
That's awesome. Good run, Jess, and good luck in the next one.
All right, thank you very much.
Justin Robichaud, I don't know if you're unmuted on the Discord internal feed, but I'm going to bring up Cody Cosgrove. Cody Cosgrove, Justin Robichaud, all yours.
With our weekly podcast. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on?
Probably not the result you were hoping for tonight, but my quick question, what happened in the pits?
I forgot to uncheck my tires.
Okay. That's what we were thinking.
Because I set my fuel for like 1.8, and then I was watching the fuel, so I know when to go, and then I went to go, and then I was like, why am I not going?
Oh, no.
And then I was just like, no. And then as I was coming out of the pits, I saw Cody, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm just in championship mode, so
That's a good way to put it. And you're still racing again tonight, so I doubt you'll be making that mistake in the feature later tonight, where
No.
I suspect you might have a good shot at being. So, who do you want to thank tonight, real quick, before you fire you off into that next session?
Sightbacks, all those guys cheer me on. Overwatch Specialties, thanks for support. ASN, you guys for putting on the show. It would be a show if it wasn't for you guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, Justin.
Awesome. Thanks so much, man. We'll see you in the next one.
Yes, sir.
Cody Winicky, Justin Robichaud, all yours.
Cody, you okay? So did you take tires in the pit too?
Yes, I forgot to uncheck everything. I probably put in 1 gallon. That's probably what got me in front of him, but I thought for sure he was going to be in front.
Wow. Yeah. So you still beat him on lane time by quite a bit. I think that might have got you there, but yeah, he took tires too. So wow, that's unbelievable. Crazy. So it really came down to pit strategy. So walk me through that. Were you worried at all when he came out ahead and he just dipped down into the pits or he dipped out and kind of took it back?
I was just trying to lug it as much as I could and not take pit, but you kind of had to. So when I heard my spotter say he went in the pit, I was like, all right, push harder.
Yeah, so you started pushing hard. Yeah, no, that's awesome. So you just push hard and keep it through. No, it's great. And so who do you want to thank tonight for your P1? We're going to let you go and get into that next race. We're going to get that fired off here quick.
Right on. Thank you, guys. I want to thank you guys for the awesome broadcast, MFR Off-Road, Winicky Motorsports, Top Box Racing, my fiance for letting me come out tonight, and thank you all.
Real quick. 2 championships for Endurance Cup for you, and you won the inaugural one in Contenders. Good run, my friend. Good luck in the next one.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick look at points before we go here in Wisconsin for a commercial break to hopefully get everything reset. Cody Crosgrove has not locked up the championship in Contenders. We expect that to happen next week. Winicky, Erdmann, Grove, Rakowski, the rest of the top 5 teams championship have not changed except for JC Simsport eclipsing Team Watson for 3rd in that championship. We're going to step aside for just a couple moments. On the other side of the break, the supercar race. Stick around.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two and turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. Grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold the spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two and turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. Grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold the spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN, safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game.
We welcome you back to not Crandon International Raceway. Coming back to let you guys know we do have to step aside for just a minute. Breaking the fourth wall. Bryan's iRacing is completely broken. He's got to restart his computer. Hang tight. We'll be back shortly.